afternoon, everybody! It is lunchtime. I should actually be getting food right now, but I'm not because I'm doing a quick vlog. Short vlog because I have to post this before I go see the movie tomorrow because I am just over 24 hours away till I get to go see The Last Jedi. I am super excited. My one friend, he worked till 9 last night, literally got out of work around 9 o'clock and hightailed it to the movie theaters, which thankfully isn't too far away because he works at Staples, where I used to work. So he was able to hightail it out of work at 9 o'clock and was able to go see the 9:40 showing. And I texted him and said, please don't spoil it for me because I'm not seeing it till Sunday. So he's being very nice. He's not going to spoil it for me. And then after I get out of the movie Sunday around 5 is when I'll be like, oh my gosh, and just like freak out over it because he likes Star Wars just as much as I do. Only he's not like a big, huge super fan like I am. But it's still nice having him be my friend because there aren't really a lot. There's some Star Wars super fans here in Midland, but it's kind of weird because I'm like the one who goes all out. Because I'm the one who will go and be dressed in just a random day. Like tomorrow I'm wearing it, but I have done this on totally random days. Just felt like I want to Star Wars out, and so I will be dressed head to toe in Star Wars. And it's like the most interesting sight. I mean, and I don't even have to be dressed wear the skirt. I could just be wearing my jacket or a shirt, and people are like, oh my gosh. And I carry R2 with me almost everywhere. So, and usually I wear my Star Wars charm bracelet. This time of the year I don't. So out of the case, it's hysterical, especially that day a couple weeks ago when I was at the store and I went to use the facilities, and there was a bunch of girls in there, and they saw me and they started freaking out because I was pretty much I was wearing a Star Wars jacket, I had a Star Wars shirt on, I had my charm bracelet, I had R2, I had BB-8, and they were like, oh my gosh! And they were like so excited, and literally I think when kids see me, they just assume my name is Star Wars! Because I look like Star Wars! Like, literally, I look like the living embodiment of Star Wars. I'm like, okay, call me Star Wars. Go ahead. That is totally fine in my book. Call me Star Wars if you want. So, I don't think anything like that is going to happen tomorrow, though, because we're going to an early showing. So, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people there because we're going to the 2:15 one, which is the second showing. Which normally, when my brother and I go see a movie, I have done 3 midnight showings. I saw Prince Caspian. No, I think I saw the first Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. No, it was Prince Caspian. I saw the midnight showing of Prince Caspian. I saw the midnight showing of New Moon, and I saw the midnight showing of Eclipse. And that has been my midnight showings. And let's just say going to the 2 Twilight midnight showings, that put me off midnight showings. But I went again the following year when Eclipse came out because I had 2 friends who were going to go see Eclipse, so I went with them to the midnight showings because they were going. But I'm not really a big fan of midnight showings. I mean, it's fun, but I don't really enjoy it because it's so crowded. For Eclipse, I ended up going, the movie didn't start till midnight. I actually had my mom drop me off at like 6 o'clock. So I could get in line just so I could get good seats for Eclipse and save a spot for my friends. So I literally was eating my dinner in line at the movie theater. So I guess that doesn't make me like a big, huge fan. I have to seriously get new power cords for all my stuff. I'm using one of my mom's, but that one only lets me charge one good thing at a time. This one, I literally have to place whatever I'm charging has to be upside down at a proper angle for it to charge, which is driving me bonkers, especially when I want to use what is charging, and I can't. So I have one good charger, and I'm using that one on my tablet, this phone, and my emergency phone, which I should probably turn on. So I have a SafeLink phone, and if I don't get a job soon or get any money, I might let this one run out and not use it until I get a job and just use my SafeLink phone. Because nobody really calls me, nobody really texts me. And the only reason I like using this one because it has my banking app on it and stuff, but I can't use it if I don't have, it's paid by the month and it's $25 just for calling and texting. So $35 for data, which if you just want to buy a data card is $10. So I don't know. I don't have a job, so I don't know how much longer I can afford to keep this phone going, especially since I don't want to dip below 500 in my savings, and I'm almost there. I'm at like 640, so sucks so much not having a job. And so I'm like, I can search because there aren't really a lot of places that are hiring right now. What is hiring? They're looking for more skilled work than I am, for people with big degrees, which I don't have, so my job prospects is pretty much halted. In fact, I thought my mom and my dad were going to be upset with me when I decided to actively stop searching for a job. I mean, if I see a job I think I can do, I will apply for it, but I'm not like really hard out there looking for work right now. But my mom says it makes sense because literally there is no place hiring for retail right now. So, and it just sucks. So I am just like, I don't know what to do. I applied at a gourmet cupcake shop in town because I want to, if I get to work at a fudge shop this summer, I think working at a cupcake shop would be a good helpful, but I'm not searching right now. And when I start up again in January, not only will I be looking at local jobs, I will also be looking at jobs up north because those jobs I will probably leave for like in March or April. So hopefully I will be going up there if I get a job on the island earlier than what I did for the hotel, because the hotel totally forgot it had employed me. Yeah, I looking back at it now, I'm like, there are so many warning signs after I got the job at Lakeview that it wasn't going to be my dream job. I mean, they sent me the wrong paperwork. They sent me the wrong paperwork to fill out that I then sent back. I had to email them multiple times. One time to make sure they actually had gotten the paperwork because I didn't hear back from them. Another time to ask about housing because in the paperwork they sent me a booklet that said, oh, we will send you a pamphlet about housing, all the information you will need. I never got that. Instead, I emailed them asking about it. They said, oh, come to the hotel when you arrive and we'll take you to where you're living. All you really need are sheets for a twin bed. I'm like, really? That's all you, and clothes. Like, and then they tell you to bring up work clothes, and then you get there and you're like, oh, we're going to have you wear a shirt. And it's like, oh, why didn't you say that? I could have left all my work shirts at home then, that I brought up with me, that I ended up not wearing. And then I get there and I go to the hotel and say, hey, I'm here. And they have me fill out the correct paperwork because they sent me the wrong paperwork. So I had to fill out the correct paperwork. I had to have my brother find my social card because I didn't take it up with me because my parents didn't think I was going to need it while I was up there to fill out more paperwork. So it's like, my dad left and he said even leaving me up there when I went up there to start my job, he did not have a good feeling about it because of all the stuff that had just gone wrong. And I'm like, I know. So, I mean, I literally had to ask them when I was going to come up because I quit Staples the week in April, actually quit it like the week before Eat Holy Week because that was also the week of Star Wars Celebration. So I could have ended up working at Staples for a couple weeks longer, made some more money, which would have helped me because they said, oh, you can just come up whenever you want. I'm like, well, then I'm going to come up on the 14th in May. So most summer workers are actually on the island starting in April. I was actually late getting up there. The only reason the girl who came after me was late was because she was finishing school. So I was late because the stupid hotel even forgot they employed me. So I'm definitely looking for something more retail. I want to try Dodds because I hear Dodds is actually not that bad of a place to work. I think it'd be fun working in a supermarket actually like Dodds. So I have a list of places, not hotels. I might apply at some of the smaller hotels like the bed and breakfasts and stuff like that because those might be fun to work at instead of a giant hotel like Lakeview or the Iroquois or the Chippewa or Windermere or definitely not the Grand Hotel or Mission Point. Oh my god, those places are huge. So I am literally like and I mean it's nice having all this time to write and stuff, but it's like I'm also very bored. So I'm also finding myself procrastinating on my writing because I have all this free time. So what do I fill with all the free time? If I do all my writing in a few days, I have nothing else to do. So, but I will have to get it done within the next couple of days. So probably Monday and Tuesday, I will hammer it home. Do it Thursday and Friday as well so I can get posted Friday. Wednesday, I have my eye doctor's appointment. So I'm hoping it all goes well, and all I will need is a new glass frames for my glasses. I'm hoping they don't have to make, if they have to make an adjustment for my prescription, it's not that big of an adjustment. So I'm hoping. And I'm wearing my necklace today. I don't know why, but I am. So I just felt like putting it on. But I told my mom, we went out yesterday, and as you can see behind me, if the glare goes away, we have snow. It snowed again yesterday. It snowed again this morning, but it's supposed to warm up, and I am so terrified because at one point it's supposed to be like 40 degrees. I'm terrified we are going to lose all the snow we got and we won't have a white Christmas this year. So I'm absolutely terrified about that. But we went to the store yesterday just really quickly because we went to the library. We ran to the store to get some chicken because I was out. I love my chicken so much. But we went to the store, got some chicken and stuff like that, and and I totally lost my train of thought. We went late. It was like, I think it took us like 15 minutes to get to, from one intersection to another. I mean, it was horrible, backed up traffic, and it was just nasty traffic. The pains of living on a major route with two other major routes right next to each other. So it was majorly hard. Oh yeah, I was talking to my mom because I'm skipping church tomorrow to go see the movie because I pretty much will get up, have like a pizza or something because we're going at 2:15, so I don't want to eat actually before we go see the movie. So I'm planning on having like I'm planning on having some boneless buffalo. I'm getting up, I'm not having breakfast, I'm skipping breakfast. I'm going to have lunch about 12 o'clock because I want us to be to the movie theater by 1:50. And so I'm planning on skipping breakfast, getting something to eat about 11:30, 12 o'clock, get dressed, probably be at least partially dressed before then because I have to put on the crinoline and the skirt and all that stuff. So I'll probably be partially dressed, get pretty much dressed and ready to go after watching my vids. And so I'm skipping church tomorrow, and I told Mom that I wondered, because I told my one friend at church, Donald, I told him, he went to go see it at IMAX. I'm seeing it here. I told him I was skipping church. I saw him last Sunday. I said, I'm skipping church next Sunday because I wanted to know when the Christmas Eve service was. I'm obviously not going to be there, so I'm not going to know. And my mom does not plan, only wants to go to one service on Christmas Eve. Our church is doing two, the traditional morning service and then a Christmas Eve service. She only wants to go to one of those, and we would prefer to go to the Christmas Eve service, hoping it's going to be like last year, because we want to go to Christmas Eve and not have a sermon that sounds like we're being scolded. And so, because that's not what Christmas is about, but our pastor and our deacon seem to think that we need to be reprimanded. On a daily basis, so on a weekly basis. So I'm skipping next Sunday so I can go see The Last Jedi, and I told him that because I want to know when the Christmas Eve service was, because we're obviously not going tomorrow, and we're not going Christmas morning to the Christmas Eve morning to the regular service. And he didn't, and I'm like, and he's like, I don't know. I'm like, dang it, I was hoping you knew because I'm not going to be here next Sunday, and I don't think we're going to come to the service Sunday, Christmas Eve morning. And walking away afterward, because I said, I'm seeing The Last Jedi, I said, I'm skipping church for Star Wars. And I said that, and as I walked away, I'm like, oh, no. Because there were some elders and deacons, and their wife, there was like a deacon or an elder and his wife, and like a few other older official members of the church standing by us when I said, I'm skipping church for Star Wars. And I walked away going, oh, why did I say that? Why did I actually say I'm skipping church for Star Wars? This isn't like where I skipped a Sunday to go spend time with my family, like we went on a trip or something. That can be excused because it's family time. Why did I say I'm skipping church to go see Star Wars? That's not, I mean, they know I'm a Star Wars fan. I take R2 with me to church. But I don't think they really appreciate it. I'm sure I'm thinking, I'm not sure, but if it's anything like the old church I went to when I was younger, they probably turned around and went and told the deacon or the pastor what I said, that I'm choosing Star Wars over church. I'm like, how is that a bad thing? Lots of Christians are actually huge Star Wars fans because the Force is written in such a way in that you can link it to find a way to see it as any religion, which is nice. So I like looking at the Force and seeing it as my religion, where somebody else will see it as maybe Buddhism or Taoism or something like that. And it's really nice. That's the nice thing about Star Wars. And plus, as a Christian, one of our big things is redemption, and Star Wars is a story about redemption. So as a Christian, you can learn, especially as a Christian kid and teenager, you can watch Star Wars and learn a lot of lessons from it. So it's like, how is it a bad thing that I'm going to go see this really cool movie? Of course, I am worried now. I am freaking out because I did check Twitter yesterday, and I figured out what they were using my tweet for. Twitter and Disney installed these massive billboards, one at ETC Towers in Toronto, and the other one at the corner of Times Square in Bryant Park Avenue. I don't know. I don't go to New York. And they were just going to be posting tweets all day yesterday from various Star Wars fans. So that was what mine was going to do. And I think that's awesome. My mom said that was awesome when I told her. So hopefully they did it, and at least one of my tweets has been seen by like maybe millions of people if they bother to look up and go, oh, hey, cool. So, but I was bad. I didn't actually log on to Twitter. I just looked up the Last Jedi hashtag, see if there's any information about these billboards, and then I went and found them. And some people are saying, it's the worst Star Wars movie ever. It has a really bad rating on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, why? Are you kidding? But then I saw the vast majority of tweets saying it's the best Star Wars movie ever. One person said, relisted his favorite Star Wars movies in order. Number 1 is Empire. Number 2 was The Last Jedi. The review I told you guys about the other day said it was the best Star Wars movie since the originals. So a lot of people are calling The Last Jedi the best Star Wars movie ever, including George Lucas. Apparently it is his favorite. One tweet I said worried me is that this one person tweeted it was an amazing movie, the best ever, and he understands why fans will be heartbroken by how it turns out in the end, but it was needed to move the story forward. And I'm like, why? Why did I read that tweet? Now I'm freaking out. What could be so devastating that fans are leaving The Last Jedi pumped for having seen this movie, calling it the best Star Wars movie ever, but leaving heartbroken and devastated? I'm like, what is going to happen in the movie tomorrow? What is going to happen that I am going to sit there, and I plan on taking pictures before and after I see the movie to post to Instagram. I told you guys this, and I will share the link tomorrow. Monday, when I post my review, I'll actually show my Instagram link. What is so devastating about this movie that my before picture I will probably be excited and happy, but if I go by this guy's tweet saying it's absolutely heartbreaking, my after picture will probably have me red-eyed, tears, and just a mess. So what is going to happen? I have so many scenarios flying through my head about how this story is going to go, and I'm hoping none of them are right. I'm hoping it was just a misdirect tweet, that there's nothing really devastating that's going to happen. But I'm like, I already know I'm going to tear up when I see the dedication to Carrie. I already know I'm going to tear up when I see that. That's the one thing that has been spoiled, but I don't think it really was spoiled because they announced it at the premiere. Rian Johnson announced it that they did dedicate the movie to her. So I'm like, I already knew that was going to happen. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen? My poor brother is going to be probably embarrassed if I break down sobbing halfway through the movie. But then that's par for the course. As I said, I always cry during something Star Wars. It's like there's one movie, there's always 1 or 2 movies in the trilogies that make me cry. And I've cried multiple times watching Clone Wars. I've cried multiple times watching Rebels. I cried a little when I saw A New Hope for the first time and Obi-Wan died. I cried. And then I cried in watching Empire Strikes Back when Han was frozen. I cried at the end of Return of the Jedi. I cried at the end of Phantom Menace. I did not cry during Attack of the Clones. I will say that. I did not cry. I did not cry. But I bawled when I finally saw Revenge of the Sith. I cried when I saw The Force Awakens. And I cried when I saw Rogue One. So far, out of the 9 Star Wars movies, the 8 Skywalker Legacies, I have legacy ones I have seen, episodes I've seen so far, and the 1 standalone movie. I have only not cried watching one of them. And it was Attack of the Clones, and that was because there really was nothing devastatingly sad. Oh wait, I take it back, I did cry a little. I cried a little. I cried during the attack on the Geonosis Arena when all the Jedi were being killed. That made me sad. So I did tear up a little, but it's not like full on. So I think the only prequel, what was it? tear up during each of them, but I only bawled like a baby watching Return of the Jedi at the end because I was absolutely devastated that Luke didn't really get to know Vader. And then I totally flipped out and lost it watching Revenge of the Sith, seeing Anakin and Obi-Wan's fight. I was sad. I was like totally devastated. So, curse you, Star Wars! You make me feel. And I already make the joke that I am empathic because I'm always feeding off emotions around me. It's not like I'm really empathic. It's just that I'm like an emotional person. So I tend to feed off other people's emotions. And most of the time I'm actually very quiet. But like when my mom or my brother get started, I usually get started. And then, so I tend to be kind of in tune with people's emotions around me. It doesn't make me special. I actually think it makes me feel weird. So that's why I tend to be really shy and quiet because I don't really want to get into something where there's a lot of heated, like arguing, fighting, being happy and stuff, because if I join in, it gets louder and it gets worse. So I don't like doing that. But that's the thing about Star Wars is I watch these movies and they're perfect escapes. I love the stories and the characters are so genuine. Their emotions can be so real that I just feed off the emotions and I feel so heartbroken and devastated for them. So I am looking forward to this, but I'm also not looking forward to it to see what it does tomorrow. Star Wars plays with my emotions, and you guys saw it. If you guys watched my recap for when I tried to do a spoiler-free review for recap of Twilight of the Apprentice Part 1 and 2 from the Season 2 finale of Star Wars Rebels, and you guys saw that, you guys saw how even just thinking about that episode, just talking about it, I nearly broke down and lost it. So that is what Star Wars does to me, and I'm like, and not just Star Wars, I've actually cried watching episodes of Power Rangers. Don't judge me. I've cried reading books too. I'm just that type of person. So it is almost 1 o'clock. It is time for me to go get food. I am thinking pizza! I have pizza. I love pizza. It's my favorite. It's actually what we're having, well, as of right now, that's what we're having for Christmas Day dinner is pizza! We either have pizza for Thanksgiving or Christmas, and this year for Thanksgiving we had turkey sandwiches with stuffing and all the fixins, and that was really fun. And so usually we have pizza for Christmas if we have turkey for Thanksgiving, so I think we're still having pizza. Mom might change it, but usually we have pizza, which makes my mom happy because there's leftovers and she knows we will eat them. But so yeah, I'm going to get going. I'm going to be good. I'm going to try so hard not to have a peanut butter cookie today because I might be taking a couple of those with me to the theater tomorrow because it's so expensive to get theater snacks. So my mom made homemade cookies, so why not take a homemade cookie or two tomorrow to eat during the movie? Of course, I will probably eat it during the beginning, or I will totally forget I have the cookie and eat it on the way home. So I'm probably just going to take one because the peanut butter cookies are so huge, and that's what I want to take. And I probably won't even eat it during the movie because it'll be like, ah! I mean, I got popcorn when my brother and I shared during Work Run, and like halfway through the movie, I think I just stopped eating it. It's like if I really get into the movie, I stop eating. So I'm going to get going so I can go get my lunch. Pizza. And then I'm gonna watch some Winx Club, paint my nails, my favorite nail polish, which I don't think I will ever find again. And then figure out how exactly I'm gonna do my hair, if I'm gonna try to do a 50s-esque ponytail to match my 50s-esque look, or if I'm gonna do the new Ray hairstyle, which is just, I think, pretty much just pulled back like that. Which is pretty much my go-to hairstyle because it's the only one I've been able to do with any regularity. Because my hair is not tough enough to do any of the other hairstyles. So I really only do like that pulled back half tail. So I don't know. I will figure it out. So stay safe, stay sane, you guys. Remember, if you're going to go see The Last Jedi, no spoilers. And I will try to do a spoiler-free review Monday, which will probably be posted Tuesday. So I will be back Tuesday with my spoiler-free review of The Last Jedi. Once again, stay safe, stay sane. I'm sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers, and I will talk to you Tuesday. Bye.